with Dr. Tim. Dr. Tim,
Yes, Billy.
is airplane mode a setting on your phone, or is it a way of life?
How do you come up with these questions?
Right? So good.
Airplane mode is setting on your phone. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Is it a way of life? I'm going to twist it around.
Do it.
It should be.
Why?
Because I think you need to shut the world out sometimes and just have some time, private time. So I think what you meant is it like I'm zoned out and I'm not thinking about what I should be thinking about. But I'm going to turn around and say, the nice thing about when you put your phone on airplane mode is now you have to get out a piece of paper or a book and do something that doesn't involve the internet or social media or email or texting. And I think that's super important. And I don't think we do enough of that. And I think the reason people feel anxious is because they live in this box that they carry around. And that's why they feel anxious all the time. And I said to Tracy the other day when we were talking, I said, imagine if you could think about this. What if you could invent a little box and you could convince everybody to carry it around on them all the time? Not even convince them, make them want to carry it around, and then you could influence their thinking and behavior through it. Think about that.
Can you imagine that far-fetched scenario?
Think about that as an experiment, right? If it hadn't already been invented,
Yeah.
if we were sitting here in 1995 and we said, God, what would be crazy if we could invent something that we could convince people to carry around with them at all times. In fact, they would be addicted to it. And then we could figure out how to influence them, tell them what to think, tell them what to feel all the time based on that. And a few people could affect the masses like has never happened in the history of the world before. Wouldn't that be cool?
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And so maybe we should all have a little more airplane mode where we get out of that space and into a different space where we're thinking and meditating and spending time. And I know we all talk about it, but when's the last time you put your phone down for 2 days? I can't remember when I did. I'm being critical of me. I mean, I'm proud of myself if I put it down for 2 hours. Right? What if I said you can't have your phone or any sort of connection to the world for a week? People would freak the hell out. And it'd be the best week they ever had. So one of the things Pam and I love about camping in Jackson Hole is just that. When we go camping, we're off the grid. We have no way to communicate. We carry a satellite phone just because I'm 58 and if I have a heart attack, I want to be able to call somebody. But short of the satellite phone, which we've never turned on, we have no way to contact the outside world. And it's literally the best thing for our relationship.
So what happens when you guys do that? So when you're out there, what transforms here and in here?
So I think the first thing that happens is you start to feel a little anxious at first because, I can't check the things and do the things that I always do. And then pretty soon you start to notice the area around you more and the trees and the forest. And hey, let's go for a hike and maybe let's go do a little fishing. Let's let the hammocks and just lay in the hammocks. What are you going to do in the hammocks if you don't have your phone? Well, you might pull out a book or a notepad and start writing some things, or just have a conversation. Pull out a game board, play a game of Dose or whatever your game is, right? Play a game. And 2 days into it, 2 to 3 days into it, you don't want it back. Well, you remember, you went through Gladiator, right? Went through Advanced Gladiator. When people go through Gladiator, we put their phones away. Damn, I wasn't supposed to tell people that, but oh well.
It's okay.
It's okay. Shh. And 3 days later, when we give them back, they don't want them. They have all this anxiety of giving them to us. But then when they give them back, they're literally like, I don't want to turn it back on. It's crazy, right?
Yes, I've experienced that. I remember last event that we did, I got my phone back and I had like 80-something messages and a bunch of
And how much anxiety
messages
did that
and
come
DMs.
with?
And I decided, I was like, I'm not reading these until tomorrow. But it's funny how like when you separate from it, like not just like 15 minutes, an hour here, when you take the phone, you put it away for several days, priorities shift.
Yeah.
Catastrophically shift. I mean significantly shift in the most positive way.
Yeah, shift to what? What do they shift to you? From?
They shift from focusing on proximate issues that are low-hanging fruit, that are not important,
Quadrant 3.
right? That really shouldn't be, stuff that's like even unimportant and
But it
urgent.
feels
You
important.
know, right? Or even unimportant, not urgent
Yep.
stuff to I'm only focusing, not prioritized. I'm only focusing on the things that are truly important and urgent.
So I guarantee you, I'll make you a promise. If you, because you love to spend some time in your art studio,
Mhm.
if you walked into your art studio on Friday and had no access to any kind of cell phone or iPad or any of those things, and you stayed there all day Saturday and Sunday, you'd create the best art you ever created.
No question.
No question. Because you would not be distracted by doing that other thing.
I agree.
So I think our life should be on airplane mode more often.
I think so too. So folks, think about that. And how can you incorporate airplane mode and airplane mode into your life a little bit more? Figure out the boundaries that you want to establish, where you want to draw the line and say, no, this is the time that's dedicated just to these things that are super important to me. I promise you it's going to make all the difference in the world. Thanks, Dr.
Thank you.